Dear students, good afternoon. I am Dr. N. Madhu, an English teacher. Today, we are going to talk about the fifth unit of your course, TEC, Technical English Communication. You have already dealt with the first 4 units. You might have learned so many things by this time. The last unit in this particular course is Media Matters. So, when it comes to media, we think about media these days in different ways. So let me ask you a question. Have you ever heard the term social media, print media, electronic media? The question itself is a very simple question. You might have heard this particular term so many times because the word media is used in different contexts, in different ways these days. So there are different kinds of media. Earlier there used to be print media, then it has given the chance to different kinds of media. So many kinds of media emerged according to the time and so on. So let us see what are the matters involved in this particular field, media. So these days there is no single person in educational arena who doesn't know the word media. We can just take it for granted. So there is a beautiful content to understand and learn in this particular unit. The whole unit is devoted to media matters. There are 3 different issues, essays. Before that, let us see what are the objectives of this particular unit. In this unit, 5th unit, we are going to learn, the learners, you are the learners, you learners understand the elements of media writing. What are different elements? You are going to learn all these things in this particular unit, 5th unit, to make the students or learners. That means you only. Understand target language through reading skills. We are going to teach reading skills. You are already taught, of course, in this unit also. I am going to touch upon this particular skill, reading skill. You might have heard about skimming, scanning, schematizing, all these skills in the other units. What is skimming? What is scanning? What is extensive reading? What is intensive reading? You might have learnt all these things. When we talk about reading skills, all these things come into the scene. Then, to impart learners necessary vocabulary, every unit has its own quintessential content with its own good, separate vocabulary. This unit also has its own vocabulary. Through different words, we are going to understand what word carries what meaning and what word is used in which context. So, to make the learners learn the report writing and proposal writing also. In this unit, we are going to learn a report writing and proposal writing also. So, let us enjoy all these elements in this unit. First of all, let me tell you one thing. This unit consists of 3 reading passages. 3 passages are there. Of course, every unit for that matter. You already heard the first 4 units. Every unit has 3 reading passages, 3 reading essays we have to say. They are all big essays. In the first unit, you heard about the environmental consciousness. In the second unit, about energy. In the third unit, about travel and tourism. You had different kinds of essays. In this unit also, you have 3 different essays. The first essay is the evolution of media, how it started, what was its history, what was the origin of the media, how it started, what is the genesis of the media. You are going to learn all these things. It's a very interesting factor, of course. It is written by A. Michael Knoll. And second unit is the top 10 developments in journalism in the 2000s. After 2000, journalism took a new turn. The media took a new turn. There were so many changes. There were so many developments. Terrific developments took place after 2000. In that particular decade, the top 10 developments in 2000s, Tony Rogers has given a beautiful description about the emergence and the development of the new media. Then, criminal cases and the media, it's a beautiful essay. From this essay, we will come to know how authentic the media is, what kind of role the media is playing in these particular days. So, we are going to learn different kinds of interesting things through these 3 essays. Let us go point by point. So target language inputs. In this particular unit, we are going to understand media and general meaning. So let us see the target language inputs. In this particular unit, what are the inputs? What are the target language inputs? First of all, as I told you just now, what does the term mean? What does this term media mean? What is the general sense of the term? What is the colloquial sense of the term? And what is the specific sense of the term? And what is media? How many types of media are there? You can just imagine that there are different kinds of media. If you go back, in the beginning, there was only one kind of media. Before that, the people used to spread the news. It was just the mouth publicity. If something happened somewhere, the people used to just spread the news. There was no media. So, the media played a very important role after that. So, how many types of media are there? We can say there is print media and there is electronic media and new media. Let me explain these terms. What is print media, what is electronic media, and what is new media? Print media, the term itself is self-explanatory. Print media, so many newspapers are there. By the way, how many of you have the habit of reading the newspapers? That means you are associated with the media. You may read the newspapers in your own mother tongue. There are so many newspapers, the mushrooming of newspapers at one point of time. Print media played a very important role when there were some important incidents in our country. Then came electronic media, radio came, television came. So all these played a very important role. Of course, nowadays radio is, your generation may think that it is outdated, but still it is playing a very important role. All India radio, so that plays a very important role when there are some emergencies in the country. So what is new media? Whatever you know, that is new media now. Social media. So these days people are sharing their views through social media. Twitter is there, Facebook is there, WhatsApp, different blogs are there. So all these are playing a very important role. So different people are they're just creating their own blogs. They started writing. You are expressing your emotions. You are expressing your views through the media. That is new media. So social media, how important it is these days and what kind of role it is playing, you know. Sometimes it goes very positive, sometimes it goes very negative. Sometimes it tarnishes the personality of different celebrities also, social media. But sometimes it gives a very positive results. Unless you use it in a very good way, it doesn't give good results. So to use it in an effective manner, you are supposed to know the do's and don'ts of each and everything. So do you think the media in our country is genuine and sincere? That's up to you. You have to think about that. So is the media really playing a very good role? Is it really helping the society? In what way? Or is it destroying the emotions? Is it destroying the ethics in the society? You have to tell me the answer. Are you familiar with the term fourth estate? Do you know the word fourth estate? There are three important factors, important elements in government: judiciary, legislature. You all know that. In the same way, fourth estate, media is called fourth estate. It has been given a very prestigious position in the society. Fourth estate, because it has the implicit capacity to form the rules in the government. It has the capacity to influence everybody in the right way. But now it is not happening, you may say so. But do you know the phrase fourth estate? What does it mean? What is the role of the fourth estate in the modern world? And how effective is the fourth estate today? Please think about all these questions. If you start thinking on these lines, you will understand what a media should do. How should it work? How does it matter whether it is a constructive one or destructive one in the society? You have to think about that. Then there are some words in your textbook. So these words are used, different words are used in different contexts to give the meaning. So there is a word called Genesis. So can you just guess the meaning? Genesis. Genesis means it is origin, genesis of something, inception, beginning. In the same way, I am not going to discuss all these words. So I am just going to give you the outline. So can you guess one more word? What is novelty? Novelty is newness. So novelty, there is no novelty in your thought. There is no novelty in this particular movie. We said there is a lot of novelty in this particular movie. You like movies also. So lucrative, what is lucrative? My job is very lucrative. Lucrative means financially beneficial. So somebody's job is very lucrative. To become lucrative, beneficial financially. So somebody does a lot of work from the morning till the evening, from dawn to dusk, but it is not giving him good result financially. So we say that his job is not lucrative. So there are different good words which are used in our textbook. These are all specific words. They are all used in a specific sense. You have to master these words. So yeah, the first essay, as I said, history of the media. Let us see this particular essay. So in this essay, we have to understand that we are unique in our flexibility to convey all sorts of emotions, ideas and concepts. Invention of writing, first on clay tables. First, they used clay tables to spread the news. Media started like that. They started using the clay tables, and then came the paper. Paper came then. So after that, there are so many changes. You can just imagine. So it's a very wonderful experience if you start reading that particular essay, history of media. Invention of the printing press. Then came mass distribution of printing word. And then invention of the radio. Then came mass distribution of the spoken word. Through radio, spoken word was distributed. Through paper, through printing press, mass distribution of printing word took place. Then invention of telegraphy, it happened. So telegraphy, what is telegraphy? Telegraphy is no more, I think. It is outdated, but I think you must have heard that particular term. To understand the message in the telegram, we must possess a special skill. It needs a special skill to encode the message, to decode the message also. Then the invention of telephone, it took different turns actually. There used to be bigger telephones through which we used to dial and so on. Then came landline connections. Then came cell phones, which were very bigger in size. Now we have different kinds of cell phones. You know so many varieties. What kind of rapid change took place over a period of time in terms of telephone, you know better than what I know. So invention of the printing machine then came by Johannes Gutenberg in 1439. Printing machine was invented. The first book that was printed in the printing machine was the Bible, Latin Bible. And that is the book which is printed most number of copies till date. And invention of lithography, it's a special skill. That means we use ink or water. Then invention of photolithography, you will come to know about this once you start reading that book. Invention of the mechanical printing press and so on. So all these are different developments. So I am just giving you the outline. So you will understand the history of the media, how it started, what kind of changes took place in align with the human development. You will understand. So you have to read that particular essay. Thank you very much. We'll just meet in the next video.